Good afternoon, everyone. So, just to set the scene, we're not going to be talking about pink things and women empowerment in the sense of nurturing and pampering women. We're going to talk about our story at Zain. We're going to be talking about an experience. So, our story begins started by a vision where change was acceptable, where there is a place for growth, and where there was a group of believers where they believed that change can happen. It started with a group of very highly empowered females from across all our operators. So it was not just Bahrain, it was Bahrain, Lebanon, Kuwait, Zain Group, Iraq, South Sudan, Sudan as well. So, based on our figures and facts, we came up with two strategic directions. The first one is to have a female representation in leadership by 25% in the year 2020. And our second strategic target was to progress through the stages of evolution in a diverse workforce. These stages are awareness, moving to realization, and then injecting it through motivation. So, we do believe that tangible goals is what make ambitions real. Therefore, we had to set the process and the action plans based on 4 important pillars. The first one is the HR policy, moving to female recruitment, cultural transformation, and leadership development. If we're going to speak about the HR policy, starting from 2019, we managed to have a group-wide HR policy update on for our working mothers. So, we introduced 4 months of maternity leave and reduced working hours for 4 years ahead. So, is this pampering? Well, it's not. With such decision and enhancement on our policy, we're creating a support system for working mothers. And as we continue, we're embedding the language of diversity and inclusion in our Zain DNA. We keep on reviewing and we keep on enhancing. Moving forward to female recruitment. I know we're talking a lot about females, but when we say female recruitment, as an industry, the telecom industry, it's a very male-dominant industry. We represent, as females in Zain Group, as a group, 25% of the whole population. So we needed to tap into that so we can have a support system. So we became more conscious. We used to be more biased, I would say. We do believe in equal opportunities. So with that, we used to just go through selections without looking into the gender diversity when it comes to our screening and the process of recruitment. Yet, when we started to be more aware, more conscious, and more responsive, we started speaking the language. So when we address figures and facts, we speak the language of how many people were selected as females and how many were selected as male. So we introduced the balanced ratio approach. Moving forward to leadership. With leadership, we have enabled opportunities. Throughout all our operators, we have 35 participant females who are still going through a centered leadership program in collaboration with McKinsey, where they're more positioned, more connected, more engaged with even higher leadership management team. We also funded 2 ambassadors to start their MBA in ESAID Business School, one of the very prestigious business schools in the region. And with that, we created opportunities. Adding to that, we have 88 ambassadors representing all our OpCos. That speaks the language, that gets to be developed on quarterly basis where we get to have our assemblies to go through models of development. Cultural transformation. Culture is a very essential factor when it comes to Zain Bahrain and Zain as a group. We do believe that we have a very unique culture. Therefore, we invest a lot in it. So, we believe that with this cultural transformation, it's not just a project, or let's say, a one-way direction, or as I called it, a tick-in-the-box program, where we're going to start it we started it sometimes in like 2017, moving forward till now, and then we stop it. No. We do believe it's more of a performance, more of a way forward. And with diversity and inclusion, we look at things inside out, which means we invest in our internal communication internally when it comes to our culture within the organization, and out, where we have an outreach program where we need to have our representation in conventions, and this is one of them, where we can basically pass to all the organization what we're going through and what we're experiencing. So, we ask ourselves, diversity inclusion, why? What can we achieve with such two terminologies, or actions in other words? We believe that it creates empowerment, not just for women, but even for men. With empowerment, we get to be more inventive, bold, and creative. Decision-making gets to happen from different perspectives, from different cultures, from different mindsets. We also believe in fairness and respect, equal treatment, equal opportunities, and of course, everyone is heard through even different channels. Values and belonging. Working in a value-driven organization, it creates a culture of values that it's aligned with the sense of belonging. Safe and open. We created openness and encouragement in a safe environment for open dialogues, where people are free to speak their mind in the context of diversity and inclusion. So, we do believe that with diversity and inclusion, it is a source of growth. As Deloitte Insights in 2016 stated, an inclusive culture is 2 times as likely to exceed in financial targets, 3 times as likely to be high performing, 6 times are more likely to be more innovative and agile, and 8 times are more likely to achieve better business outcomes. So, this is our last meeting from 2018, where we met with our chairman and vice chairman and CEO, Mr. Badr Al-Khrafi, where we had that game-changing, let's say, policy change when it comes to family and working mothers. And we're going to continue and be committed to that change. But let me leave you with one question. As corporates and organizations, if each organization shed the light on such a factor in their culture, how much growth can we make to not just organization, but collectively as nations? Thank you so much.